Hello guys, my name is Marcus2389. I welcome you to another Company Reviews 2cast. Today I'll be showing you a 1v1 game on Langrskaya Summer against Ihito playing as the Soviets and Paul AD playing as the OKW. Bam, so you can see him better. We have the last game I cast. It was OKW against Soviets. It was helping guns against a guy from the TAW clan, but reverse sides, so OKW top and Soviet south. We're gonna see how the OKW plays on with position reversed, and which strategy Paul is going to pull off, considering that both the players are running interesting bulletins that we're going to check just now. For Paul AD is using 3 Grim Reaper tool, which is basically decreasing the cost of Volksgrenadier's combat package, so Panzerschreck upgrade, by 5% each, which means that in total the Volksgrenadier's Panzerschreck is going to cost 73 munitions instead of the usual 90. During the game I'm going to explain you the consequences of this cost change in the way OKW plays. On the other side, Ihito is using 3 conscripts bulletin, 2 that give better cooldown and better reload, and 1 that gives better cooldown, which is supposed to increase the overall DPS of conscripts. So let's start the game right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So guys, first of all, I'm doing some tests with this microphone. It's the Samsung Meteor I talked about in the unboxing video I did in Italian a few days ago. I'm doing some tests because I want to get the best audio quality possible. So I'm trying to use it in my hand closer to my mouth so you can hear me better, because in the other video I didn't feel like the audio quality that was coming out was extremely good at the end. It was definitely an improvement over the buzzing and the background noise you were hearing from my microphone headset, the microphone of my headset, but it was still not exceptional. So let's go back in the game. I'm not 100% sure it's going to be like perfect, the microphone volume, the microphone audio, but please provide me feedback on that, because I'm really looking for that right now while I'm back at casting CH2 games. So normal start for Ihito, 3 conscripts, probably a 4th one coming. The SWS supply off-track push from Paul AD to try to delay the capping of the important sectors, in this case the choke point in northern side of Langrskaya Summer. On the other side, Paul is just capping his side, left side, and we'll see if he's playing like sort of defensive style like Hans, or if he's turning if he's playing instead an aggressive style. The other side, Ihito, 3 conscripts. I'm curious to see if he gets any upgrade right now, or if he waits for or if he gets a 4th conscripts, 4 conscripts code. Ihito, so it's 3 conscripts, not getting anything, while Paul AD is getting a 3rd Volksgrenadier squad. We can safely predict he's getting a 4th one too. For skirmish here between combat engineer conscripts against Storm Pioneer and 2 Volks, the first retreat of the combat engineer. They're probably going to push the cutoff now. They can actually, since they are outnumbering the Soviets, they can at least make it back. We'll see. Ihito got the 4th conscript code. I'm wondering if he gets any upgrade. Doesn't look like for now. He's probably going to get the Field Infirmary upgrade. Those conscript and Volsk are going to back. Yeah, they are. Well, looks like Paul wants to play offensive style, which is like rather the opposite of what Hans was playing in this game, this early game. Using those superior at their best, but they are forced to retreat. Those wolves are forced to retreat too, yeah. And a tier 2 from Paul AD2, like Hans. Expected a field infirmary, and the field infirmary is happening. So let's talk for like 30 seconds to a minute about the consequences of getting of having those 3 bulletins. So basically, when playing against both Soviets and Americans, it's crucial to have those Shreks up as soon as possible, especially against Americans, because Americans have the M20, which is like just a very good window of opportunity and can cause a lot of damage and a lot of troubles to OKW units. So having the Panzerschreck coming 13 munitions earlier, it means having it like 30 seconds before, which basically means having a Panzerschreck coming only a bit after the M20, or sometimes if you have a great map control, even before the M20. So the thing is that it applies also to M3, and the M3 instead of the M20 has an even lower window of opportunity, because it just lasts for like the first minutes. After the first minutes it becomes just useless, while the M20 can still place vehicle mines, has a crew with a bazooka, so it can still like scale a little bit better, and it provides very good range and way more HP and armor than the M3, so it can resist a bit more in the fight and even have a better role than the M3. Having like being able to get all your the Shreks on all your squads allows you to really like pose a threat against early to mid game vehicles that would be like way harder, because if you count like 4, this time 3 Volks, but 4 Volksgrenadiers, 4 Shreks, it's like 13 munitions that you are not spending for each of them. So for 3 Volks is like 39 munitions less, which is very, very good. So Ihito is standing in his 4 conscripts, now getting a tier 2, he got flame, he got molotovs, he got field infirmary package. He's baiting that Auftrag just back. Ah no, he wanted to blank that territory, you explained. So Paul got the flame, got the flak Auftrag. He now has to use it at its best, trying to keep pushing as he did before. Ah, we didn't say that Paul got also doctrine and circumvent, fortification doctrines. Doctrine, not encirclement. Fortification, so he has MG34s, heavy fortification, so superiors can build tank traps, flak emplacement and trenches. Then he has field defenses, Pak 43 and zeroing artillery. It's a very, very good doctrine on this map. Whoa, the damage of this flak Auftrag is amazing, but it has to go down to 80 mines, 20 grenades. So we are basically in pretty much the same situation where Hans was before. In the other game, he tagged tier 2, he used the fuel to get the flak Auftrag, and he loses it in the first like 1 minute and a half of the game. The difference is that with fortifications doctrine, now Paul has MG34s, and MG34s are basically are the best way an OKW player has to stop the infantry superiority of Soviets, because until those Volksgrenadiers get veterancy levels, till they get Vet 2, Vet 3, and then Vet 4, Vet 5, till they get higher vets, they're going to get outscaled and outdamaged by the conscript squads. Once they get Vet 4 and Vet 5, they're going to be able to win the trades with conscripts, and even if they don't win, they don't get enough damage to really lose the squads. The double MG34 actually help you a lot to keep the territory and stay alive in the Ultimate game, and double MG is super good to do the Langerskaya pin, which is basically what's happening there. What's happening here. For staff track, so there is a sort of back tech. We can't really call it back tech because OKW tech is a bit different than the other factions tech. But there is a first staff track build that's a good move because Paul saw that Ihito went tier 2, probably saw it. So he decided to go for a safer build, so he can heal his squads, he can heal the MGs. It's crucial that those MGs stay up and don't get lost, or those MGs are going to turn and deal a lot of damage to Paul. So that's important. I like the move from Ihito of getting a mortar to counter those MGs. That's a good move, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop all those grenadiers, most grenadiers. I would get also a Maxim also because Ihito has a lot of resources here, or maybe he could wait for shock troops too. He has to retreat the squad here. He did retreat the squad, but he did it too late and he lost the squad. Damn! And that mortar is not getting microned. He has to retreat it as soon as possible, or he would lose that too. Alright, so it looks like even if Paul did a 3 Volksgrenadier start, it still paid off. He was able to hold the ground and he has the map advantage, and he's playing so aggressively that Ihito has to constantly send his troop forward to sort of stop them. And look at that, till Volksgrenadiers start getting bats, they're just meat for shock troops. They did a ton of damage. Nice move, nice positioning of those two MG34. I would try to reposition this one to allow this MG to reposition. Another Abstract is on the field. Now Paul is basically banking munitions and banking fuel. I think he's going to go to tier 4. It's very hard to flank those MG34s. They have a very wide and long shooting range, especially when they are supported by Storm Pioneers that deal a lot of damage mid to short range. The mortar didn't really make a difference till now. That MG34 better already, wow, with 3 kills. Nicely microed, and I really like the positioning of this HQ. It's allowing Paul to not only heal the squads, but also reinforce them. Well, of course they don't get healed while in combat, but the reinforcing part is already good enough to let him stay on the field. So he basically will never lose the squad entirely. Needs to retreat there. Let's see if he upgraded the retreat point on. The retreat point? No, he did not unlock the retreat point unlock. Ooh, and even though maybe Paul would benefit from some indirect fire himself, I think he's playing good enough right now. Those two MG34s are just going to get better and better, and they're going to become... it's going to become impossible to flank them, basically. That said, Ihito didn't really attack to anything, like last game we've seen with Wrestling Against Hands, but and the KV-8 is going to hit the field, but on the other side, this time we can justify the move from Ihito, because Paul has played so well till now. He was able to get control of this strategic point so many times that it's understandable that Ihito didn't have enough resources to both attack, get a tank from the field, and then get an IS-2 or KV-8 out. So the KV-8 is out right now. I screamed too loud when I said so. The KV-8 is out, another very good looking skin. Again, make it more love deco. I really like it. I want to like it as much as possible. And this is the window of opportunity for Paul, or for Ihito, sorry, to really like try to gain back some territory and get some territory, not just some territory, but also some resource income back, since he had some problems, especially in the early game where it didn't have a lot of map control. But now it looks like he hit. Oh wow! What did that? Oh, Shreks. Looks like Paul is now transferring fuel into munitions, so he's earning more munitions because he probably wants to upgrade all his Volksgrenadiers with Panzerschrecks in order to kill that KV-8 as soon as possible. That tier 1 might go down. Care. Oh yes, it's going to go down. Definitely going to go down. And it did. Not that big loss if between tier 1 and tier 2, like, it is definitely a loss, but not as big as it could have been. Because tier 2, if the second HQ would have gone down, it would have meant that Paul would have been out of possibilities to counter vehicles, because he could have not get vehicles himself. I can't believe this Puma is surviving. I really can't believe that. Wonderful skin on that. Let me highlight that skin too. One of the best OKW skin. I really like it. So Paul was actually able to survive to that push with the KV-8. He suffered some losses. Yes, he lost the Sun Pioneer while they were repairing the first HQ. He lost the first HQ, but in return he killed the KV-8, and he was able to get the Puma Vet 1. We'll see if that's gonna make a difference in the late game. It doesn't really need more Sun Pioneers because of the second HQ, so you can get free, like, as you can see, free Sun Pioneers repairing there. The Puma. He was able to salvage his first HQ, so he has some resources here, but he needs to prepare for the upcoming IS-2. And Ihito, with that move, even though he lost the KV-8, he lost his tank advantage, he was able to get some map control back and some, let's say, solidity back, because he's not getting his point harassed anymore from a few minutes, so his income is pretty stable at this point in the game. Even though he still doesn't have a way to consistently deal with this Puma, just has and to consistently deal with those MGs. One mortar is not really enough to kill those MG34. Volksgrenadiers are starting to get bad, so I would think about getting an AT gun. That's definitely a good move. Paul has 500 manpower. It's quite understandable that OKW floats some manpower at this point in the game. I suspect. Ooh, what a nice nade! He actually killed a combat engineer squad, but not just that. He was able to get a flamethrower out of that. Now I expect Terminator Volksgrenadiers with flamethrower too. Let's see, battery. Oh, they can cap it. They can cap it. Yeah. Nicely done. But the IS-2 threat is almost real. Nicely micro. Puma and MG34. Guys, that MG34 is fat for increased squad survivability, increased burst control and accuracy. The MG34 has an incredible scaling curve with veterancy. I really love that weapon. You know what? I love it. I prefer it to MG34, to the MG42. Sorry. I don't know, maybe because I like it how it complements with Volksgrenadiers, because it really reminds me of the Wehrmacht of CH1, Volksgrenadiers and MG34. They remember me of Volksgrenadiers and MG42 of CH1. So looks like Ihito is trying to play safer here, using house cover, trying to hold this territory while waiting for his big unit, his IS-2. The other side, Paul was able to get his tier 4 out. I'm wondering if he's going to get Obersoldaten out. He has the resources for them, but he didn't get them yet. Or if he could even get a pack for 3 at this point, but he needs some Pioneer Squad, I guess. Yeah, I don't think they can build. I don't think Volksgrenadiers can really build that. Nicely microed. Puma is moving it all over the map. That flamethrower and that for Volksgrenadiers with flamethrower and Panzerschreck. They are the terminators of the game. Uh-oh. The boss is coming. Bang! Missed. Second shot. Missed. I always suggest to stop the tank before shooting. Especially if it's an IS-2, which looks like a bit inconsistent tank, if you ask me. Sometimes it seems to perform so well. Sometimes it wipes squads with a shot on the move. Other times instead it doesn't do anything even if it's standing in a position. Wow man, that IS-2 it really needs to change target and start attacking this Puma, and he's missing it once again. 3 shots in a row, he missed the Puma. Wow. And that Puma slowly but surely is taking down that IS-2 together with the Volksgrenadiers. Vet 5, wow. And man, you gotta retreat that squad before they die. Wow. I'm impressed. Paul was able to micro those Volks and those MGs super well. Let's see if this Bat 5 MG34 is going to survive. I hope so. I really hope so. Wow. Wow. The Puma. The Puma. Wow. He's being super aggressive with that. Wow. That micro. He got out of range of the AT gun just to. Wow. And he called GG. He went out of range of the AT gun just to deal the final blow on the IS-2. That was truly impressive. I admit that Paul really played well. From the early game, all the advantage he got, he didn't really invest his resources into getting anything but the Puma and the Flak half track. And the Puma really won him the game. Together with, of course, with a top-notch micro of the Volksgrenadiers and the MG34. That MG34 Vet 5 was a shock on the shock troops and the conscripts, forcing them to retreat constantly. And the mortar, I don't know, 6 kills, still didn't feel like it made a big difference. I think on maps like Rangerskaya, it is better to, it has a better impact, a bigger impact, if you invest munitions into, once you get Vet 1, you try to use Precision Strike, or maybe if you get a couple of mortars rather than just one. And I don't know, overall I think I didn't like that Ihito got all the upgrades. Maybe it didn't really need Molotovs right now in the game at all. Maybe I would have got another combat engineer with flamethrower, or even just place more mines. Anyways, it was an entertaining game. Nice comeback from Paul, who lost his tier 1 but was able to come back thanks to the Puma. And I think it's all, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like, since it's free and doesn't cost you anything. And see you next time. I think next video will be in Italian, but I'm surely going to do more casts in English. See you!